Hello guys, this is Mr. Alotmo, your senior Udaku reporter. And of course, Alotmo is coming. Niko maeneo fulani, nikicheki maeneo ni ya Westlands. Nimekuja kupiga story na madam ambaye story yake ina inspire watu wengi sana, because she found herself in the US while she was 8 months pregnant. Tukua tukipiga story naye tujue mambo iko namna gani. She seated next to me. Her name is Janet Rangi. How are you, madam? How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling very nice and nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me here today.
Yeah.
Okay.
When did you land from the US, by the way?
Oh, so I took a long route to Kenya. Okay, I started by going to Accra, Ghana. That is where my family is. I can talk about that, okay, my other family. And I spent there about a week. Then from there, I booked a ticket to come to Kenya. So I went there, I think it was July 18th. Okay. And then I just landed here this Tuesday. Okay. Yeah, so I've been here for just a few days, and then I'll be heading back to Accra, Ghana. Then I go back to the United States.
Wow. Now, maybe someone is seeing you or watching you on the TV, asking themselves, and who is this madam? You know, personally, I know you. From online. I know you're a vlogger. You have a channel.
Yes.
I mean, maybe you can face that camera. Tell us who you are, where you come from. I mean, just a short intro of yourself.
Okay, so, my name is Janet Rangi, of course. I do a lot of things, but I want to tell people, originally I'm from Western Kenya. Yeah. That is something that people just never know. And that's why I like your Udaku TV. It kind of reveals more things. Yeah. Okay, but usually on my page, people have no idea and they're always guessing. But today I've made the record straight. Most of them think I'm a Kisi. Some have confused me as a Nigerian or West African, but today I'm here to tell people.
At first I thought you were Nigerian.
So you see, yeah, I get that a lot, yeah. But originally I'm from Western, okay. Awanga, to be specific. Did you do Kenyan history? Okay, Kenyan history will tell you who the Wanga are, okay. I come from the Wanga kingdom. If you viewers are interested in Kenyan history, they will know what I mean, okay. But, I graduated with a degree in nursing here in Kenya. And I always found agents that were talking about going those days. And then I was lucky enough. But then I applied for a student visa. And I ended up getting a visa at the embassy. I was one of the lucky people that got it the first time. Then I went to America. I used my first degree in nursing to do nursing exams. I got licensed, okay, in the United States, in the state of Nevada, okay. Then the lawyer and the hospital were very happy to see me with a license. Then they decided to sponsor me for a green card. And that is how I eventually... Yes, and I stayed there. I got a green card, and I stayed there for 5 continuous years. Then I changed to citizenship. Okay, but that's how I got my green card, through nursing. Okay. So my education in Kenya really helped me. Yeah.
Let's go back to you relocating to the US. Yeah. I mean, how did it happen?
Okay, so for me, I always wanted, I can't say I grew up wanting to go to America, but after high school, I met a Catholic priest that had just come from Boston, Massachusetts. And he talked to my parents, say, I see Janet is very talented. And that time my interest started coming, and also going to school. People talking about the need of nurses abroad kind of opened my mindset. Okay, so I started searching around and just growing the interest. And another reason why people think I'm a Kisi is because I used to follow Kisis. And my initial videos, I used to say, just follow a Kisi because there are many Kisis in America. So I started following them. And then, with that, you get connections and information. And I did a lot of reading online. Those days we used to have cyber cafes. I used to pay a little bit money, and then I go just search how nurses go to America and all that. And then one day I decided to apply for the student visa, and there was a sponsor that came to me, okay, and offered me an opportunity to go. So they brought something we call an I-20, which is admission for students in the United States, okay? So I took that, made that application. That is how I went to the embassy. But when I reached America, because I was an international student on F1, I knew the need of nurses. So I went through the process, understood how to become a nurse in the United States, and passed all the nursing exams that they asked me to. Then they licensed me. Okay, so initially I went as a student, but I can't say I grew up thinking to go to America. But this Catholic priest that went to Boston brought for me. And then I looked at the fee. I'm like, how can I even afford this? But that sparked the interest. From that time, I started having the interest of going to America, and that is how it happened for me. Okay.
A big shout out to the priest.
Priest, yes. I can't say father. We used to call him father. Okay. I wish I could say his name. Up to today, actually, he's my motivation. Okay. Just quickly, I saw him grow a small institution of maybe 3 kids to a full high school. So that always tells me, and I remember him saying, if you see a pothole, carry a stone, go and fill that pothole. Do not wait on anyone to come and fill that pothole. And I saw him through, getting people in church and raising money. He managed to start a nursery school. It became a primary school, and now it's a full-blown high school for girls. And that tells you, so you can see where I relate with him. Yeah. All they need is to know my name. Okay. Once they know Janet Rangi, period. I've given a lot of information. I'm a vlogger like you. So they can follow me as a vlogger. You know how people follow you as a vlogger? You just follow vloggers and you see what Janet is all about. I'll talk about all these kinds of visas they want. Is it visiting? Is it student? Is it green cards? J1? I have so many people from Egerton University, University of Nairobi, Makerere University, all these universities in Zambia, Zimbabwe, South Africa.
All they need to know is your name.
It's my name, like a vlogger. You know what I mean? When you have vlogger, they know it's a brand. That's all. Okay, that's all. If they just follow and go on that website, we have packages there. That's all they need to do. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, the most interesting thing that I would like us to talk about,
Okay.
I'm told the time you are going to the US, you are 8 months pregnant. Tell us about that.
That was hard. Okay, do not try. Okay, but anyway, the opportunity came. I could not say no. I can say it was very hard for me to make that decision, but I'm glad I made that decision. And the reason being, we don't have families in the United States like here. Here you have what you call nannies. You call them, someone, house help. They can come and help you raise a baby, but there we don't. So that was a challenge. So anyone thinking to come to America, giving you the American experience on my part, you always have to think of childcare. They have daycare centers, but right now that means it always works when you're a married couple and one goes to work, another one comes home, takes care of the baby. That exchange really helps. But for me, it was very, very hard because I went alone, pregnant. I didn't have even healthcare at that point, But the opportunity presented itself, and I had to take the opportunity. I really thought that's why sometimes the opportunity comes when you really don't care even, So raising a kid was very hard. Learning how to drive because they don't have a public transportation. Most of America, you have to have your own car. You have to learn how to drive. You have to take yourself to work. You have to learn how to take the children to hospital and all that. Okay, so that to me was a very, very big challenge. Not having someone to help me, having to work full time, and also having to raise a child. Luckily, I can tell you when you come to America, usually we have people who've been in America for a long time, and they have Kenyan parents or African parents who come and visit them, and they're old. So you can always connect with other people from your country, and they tell you, oh, my mother is home, she can help you. So I happened to find a woman whom I'm very thankful. She had come to visit the children in America, and she used to stay in the house, and that is how I managed to raise my son. Okay, every morning I can tell you what happened, okay? I used to live in the state of Delaware. The babysitter was in the state of Maryland, and my job was in the state of New Jersey. So when I wake up around 4:30 in the morning, prepare my son, put him in the car with the diapers and everything and food, drive my son to Maryland, drop my son, drive to New Jersey. I have to be at work at 6:30 in the morning. Again, the same thing in the evening at 7, drive back from New Jersey to Maryland, take my son and back. And that's what I'm telling you. It has made me who I am today. Yes. There are some things for you to succeed, you have to operate at the next level. Yeah. And that's the knowledge I bring, honestly. If anyone wants to succeed, they have to be like you. If you decide on content creation, it's every day. It's a full-time job. You cannot succeed. You have to put in the work. So same thing, whether you're in school, same thing. Now I understand those kids that were getting A's, they put in the work. We used to think they are very smart, not necessarily. Well, some people are blessed, but mostly it's just the hard work you put in. Like today, if someone wanted to do what I do today, okay, they'll have to put in 7 years. Sure. There's just no shortcuts. So hard work pays off, okay? But it was not easy. It was a lot of tears and actually depression. That is one thing people don't talk about. Depression can set in, okay? And now I understand depression, and even when I'm vlogging, I teach people about those things. That when you first come to America, we have the excitement stage where you're very happy. Hey, look at this. I love the malls. I love the clothes. I love all that. But after 3 or 4 weeks, that will fade, and then reality will hit in. Okay, then we'll go to now the real second stage, which of culture shock, which now you have to survive. You want now the same food like home, you miss your friends, you miss your family, but then you have to really make your life work through career, establish that visa situation. But usually they say that period can last you up to 7 years. Then afterwards, now you go to acceptance. That now you've accepted America as your home. There's nothing you can do. By that time, you know what to eat, you know where to shop, you know how to drive, you understand the culture. We used to think we know English, but when you go there, you realize you don't know English. I know that is strange, but yeah, you can hear, but there are some things you have to pronounce like them. Like me, you can hear my accent is very authentic myself. But when I'm talking to them, there are things I know I will have to slow down and pronounce them clearly and louder. You see? Yeah. So those are some of the challenges, by the way. So you cannot assume just we speak English. You'll meet them, even they have accents from, or they speak faster or something like that, you know. So those were some of the challenging things. Me being in healthcare, the first job they gave me was in the emergency room. So you can imagine the pace in the ER, and that is my first job in the United States. So they call things differently. People assume American English is not the same as this one. We tend to have more British, even spellings. And so they'll say, can you give me a pitch of water? I'm like, what pitch of water? So by the time I know, a jug, give me a jug. Okay, the food was different. So I had to learn a lot. Yes.
Perfect. You are a vlogger. What is your content about?
So my content is it's broad, but mostly, okay, I help people through my story. You can hear. I assist people. I give people information. So I help them to understand the cultural differences, communication skills. You understand the seriousness of the law. You understand there is that thing that we just take for granted here, that they take it very seriously, that can be costly. Okay, and once they cross over, there's just not one shortcut when you reach there because other Kenyans have done this, let me do this. So they're understanding that no, there's a way America does things, and if I do things the way America is saying, I'm more likely to be successful. From my American story, I've also invested. I have a non-profit in the United States called Sunshine Hope. So it's registered in the state of Texas. Number two, I've taken myself to school for immigration advocacy. Okay, by profession, I am not this. By profession, as I told you, I'm a nurse. So I went to the United States, I went to the University of California, and I also went to the University of Texas. So I'm trained at the highest level a nurse can ever do. In America, when you're a nurse practitioner, you practice medicine, 100%. People don't know that. So that's what I do in my personal life myself. Okay, so apart from that, I decided to develop myself. As you well know, there's nothing bigger than developing yourself. Yes, so I developed myself, I'm improving, and I'm in the process of even improving. So I've invested into immigration advocacy, gone to school for that, and passed my exams for that. And now I'm practicing, and I'm looking for using that non-profits to assist people. You understand? So this knowledge is not just based from experience, it's based on education. It's as I have a brand. My brand can just be telling people how to settle in America, how to deal with your husband, how to deal with children. So my brand can be very broad, but specifically that's what I do. Green cards, they understand. And if they win the green card, there are many, many things that people do that are wrong. And that is why I wrote a book, Janet Rangi, American Success Pathways. It's on Amazon. Okay? Yes.
As we wind up this interview, you are married to a Ghanaian man.
You're telling people that. How did you hear that one? How did you hear that?
It's called Sheke Zandani.
Oh, you go and do the investigations. Yes, yes. I think I've posted him on IG. Okay, people can. I don't know if it's public. If you did, maybe you see. Yeah, that is very true. Married to a medical doctor. Okay, he's a doctor by profession, but he's been very supportive of my job. He's usually in the background. So people, when they see a strong woman, there's a medical doctor behind Janet who can look at Janet.
Repeat that, please.
Okay, so when you see Janet Rangi being strong, there's a medical doctor, a man behind her, okay? Yeah, but he chooses not to be public, okay? So it's true. And that is why my first trip to go to Ghana, yeah, he's not in Ghana, but we went there, you know, that's home. You know, culturally, in our culture, the man takes the lead. So we had to go home, and also he came here, okay? And so we are doing things together, and then we'll get the opportunity for him to also enjoy Kenya before we go back. If you listen carefully, Janet Rangi, 6'7", @gmail.com. Okay, other than that, my videos are self-help. I have an archive of videos. Okay, I have an archive of videos on janetrangi.com, so no one can say, but Janet, no. I invested 5 years, 7 years of doing this just to make sure that people are empowered to do things for themselves. Okay, but we have so many that still come to me for help.
Okay.
Yes.
I saw online that people saying that they should forget about the madam boss. You are the madam boss now.
Oh,
I saw it online, I think at the airport.
Oh, yes. Oh, Madam Boss. Yeah. Oh, okay, Madam Boss. Yes, I can take that. I am tough enough to handle Madam Boss. Can you describe to me what Madam Boss means? Right. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So, all right. I will learn more about that. What it means. Okay. Yeah.
Please tell
But
us
if
about.
that's the opinion, I'll take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us about your Instagram. Then 1 minute you can talk to our fans.
Oh, okay. Yeah. My Instagram, Janet Rangi. My Facebook, it's Janet Rangi. YouTube, Janet Rangi. I think TikTok is the real Janet Rangi. So basically, if you just go for Janet Rangi, I've made everything the same.
One thing to our fans.
I love you. For those who followed me for a long time, I'm so happy that, without you, of course, I will never be here. Okay, I've done this for many years and you've always supported me. I feel terrible that I had a very short tour, but I'll plan to come back next time. But for now, continue following. I never give up. I'll continue bringing content for you to enjoy. Merci beaucoup. Asanteni sana. Muchas gracias. Kwaherini. I love you so much. That is the message they are used to.
I didn't get anything, but it's okay.
Yeah, the fans get it. But now I'm producing new fans. Okay, so when they go on my videos, that's what they'll say. Hey, yeah, that is Janet.
You know why I'm happy? Because I'm gonna get some fans from the US who will watch this video. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, so diaspora is very big with me, okay, themselves. But one thing we know is that I've invested time to make sure that everyone is happy, with or without money. Okay. That one, they cannot take it away from me. Okay. Yes.
Thank you so much for your time. We really do appreciate it. Ukienda US, say hi to each and every Kenyan there.
Asante sana. I'm very happy to have you here. Oh, thank you for having me here today. Okay, asante.
Thank you so much. So guys, nimekuwa nikipiga story na Janet Rangi. She said all you need to know is Janet Rangi. All you need to know is her name. Thank you so much guys for watching. Mambo ni mengi, muda ni mchache. For now it is a bye bye. Mr. Lotmore will be back with some other amazing content. Bye bye.